Welcome back. This is M-Dog, and we are fishing here at Bear 4450. Using quite the variety of baits. I guess they're all either peach or honey centered. Seems like some pretty nice grass carp and even some black carp have been caught here in the last week or two. I have not had a chance to test this area or fish here much, but based on what I'm seeing and have heard, that is the case. So I thought we would come just give it a few minutes and see what we tend to catch here. This third setup may be the most interesting. So we're at 4450 clip 21. On the first rod we have Peach and Herbs pop-up with peach fluorescent corn, spicy peach dip, and this is the PVA we're using on all three. I did throw in the crushed honey just to sort of bring them all together, as the PVA tends to be a little focused on peach, which this middle rod does not have peach at all on it. This middle rod we're running honey 20 with honey pear 20, wild honey dip, and that same PVA. And then finally, I have no idea if this is going to work very well or not, but to get a smaller boilie out there, I put the milk peach pop-up with just regular yellow peach corn, and then the same dip with spicy peach and the other PVA. So that is sort of the least reliable, I would say. The other two setups, both the first setup, which is classic pop-up, and the second setup, which is classic hair and has the honey stuff on it, those have both been sort of all over the weekly list. So pretty reliable. My assumption is that you may not have the best bite rate in this spot with this approach, but if you're wanting to go for a really big grass carp, these bait combinations, at least with rod 1 and 2, have been on the leaderboard. So this isn't necessarily a farm for silver, I don't imagine. But if you want to hang out and try to get lucky on a big trophy grass carp, seems like this spot's been working pretty well. Pretty reasonable size here. Obviously we haven't been here long and it is morning, but I'm impressed that the double 20 classic hair rig, which is what this setup is, it's actually been keeping up in terms of bite rate. I figured with two size 20 boilies, we were just going to be staring at this rod the whole time, but it has done okay so far. Nice mirror. You know, the other thing we could try is just like the double corn. Not that what we had on there wasn't working. It actually seemed pretty decent, but double corn might work here, or even just single corn, honestly. We are using the bigger PVA bag, so I hate to get too small a catch, but that could also work. We won't go real long. I just wanted to make sure that on all this peach stuff, it was still a pretty active bite rate, or not active, but again, I don't feel like this would ever be like a farm situation with this approach, but it seems decent and, you know, reasonable chance to get a trophy perhaps. Yeah, not bad. Well, let's see what the double corn brought in. Yeah, if it does a lot of that, it may be worth it to have put a boilie back on. I don't know. I'm impressed with how active the mirror carp are. I really thought we were going to just see a bunch of grass carp and like gibbles, but we have caught a ton of mirror carp so far. I think people have been using banana at Oldberg maybe recently for same kind of thing, grass carp mostly, but it didn't look quite as healthy as this spot based on what I'm seeing. But the cool thing, I think what people are doing is combining carp and pike fishing at Oldberg, which is always like really good fun. And really good silver. I mean, that can really add up. Yeah, and it looks like banana is kind of the approach they're doing. I wonder if I want to try that out. I might. We'll see how the night goes. That actually does sound like good fun, so we'll see. Let's give this just a little bit longer. We're kind of going into the slow part of the day, so I think we'll slow back down, or probably slow down here, but then if you give it a full hour, you should hit back to a nice experience in the late afternoon, evening. And with all these mirror carp and occasional grass carp, might not be too bad overnight. Not as slow as it can be sometimes. Yeah, so it looks like just 20 size banana pop-up boilies with banana corn. Looks to me like that's what they're using. Without translating it, I'm not exactly sure on the PVA. It has at least a couple banana flavor in there, but some other stuff too. I feel like I've made banana PVA not too far back. So we put biscuit in that one. Same with that one, I think, yeah. So we could just try that. That's not exactly what folks on the VK site are using, but I bet that would work. And then try to catch some pike during the day. Again, that would just be good fun, so we might try to put an hour of that together. Maybe a longer video a little bit later tonight. We'll see how it goes. But this has not been bad. It's been fairly consistent, way more consistent than I was expecting. And the quality of fish is pretty nice. I mean, I think that this setup here may be the most consistent. But really, all three have been good. And the second one with 2 size 20 sinking boilies has been way better than it has any right to be. I could see doing all three like this, or if you want to do the sinking stuff, I could see doing all three with the honey and honey pear. Either way, I think seems like it's been pretty dang good. Yeah, we're almost a fish a minute. All right, let's see if we can get one more fish here, and then we'll wrap this up. Like I said, let's see how tonight goes. I've had just a really busy couple of weeks with work, and I keep thinking like it's going to slow down again, sort of back to normalcy. But at some point you have the realization maybe this is the new normal. So I am really still hoping to find a way to prioritize getting a couple streams in per week on average, and to get back to doing this, making some videos here and there, highlighting spots, focusing on lower level stuff too. So I have not forgotten about you or this process and this sort of pattern of creating content and interacting with folks either through YouTube or Twitch. It has honestly just been a trying few weeks all the way around. So still working on figuring out how to make it all work, but feeling more confident that I can. Just got to work out some details. So I think some of it's just this time of year. We've just started the, sort of fall back to school with kids, and adjusting to that schedule as well with my own kids, and then also how that impacts my job. So we'll get there, but I have certainly missed being able to hang out with you guys as much as I typically do, and hope that we can get back to that soon. I don't even have that good of a feel of, like, what's going on in the community right now. It's been a couple weeks, so we will hopefully get back to that. So this is what I was sort of anticipating as we're starting to slow down here, but it's the afternoon. I don't know how this weather is affecting it. Shouldn't be too bad either way, but I noticed there's also eel on Old Berg right now, but you would need a pretty special night. Actually, there's a stormy night 6 hours from now, but some rainy nights at least. Old Berg has just been consistently good for a long time. Lots of pike, consistent bream, and these carp spots that pop up. Well, I was going to try to wait for one more fish, but this time of day, it's brutal. Hmm. 4450 21 clip. Peach mostly, a little honey on the middle line. Oh, finally a fish. I am excited about, I know we're still a little ways from the holidays and everything, but I'm excited about the Christmas event again, potentially. See if it's sort of just a complete redo of what they did last year, or if perhaps it'll be something a little bit different, mix it up a little bit. Curious to see what happens with that. Nice grass carp. All right, so let's Let's go see what we make. It's always nice to show you a picture of the silver we're making here. What's it been, 20 minutes? And I don't think this is necessarily the best farming spot, especially if you're a high level player. You wouldn't necessarily come back here just for a silver farm. So we're at 108 silver right now in 20 minutes. Not too bad. I think you would do better to have all three the same setup. And I'm just not sure if it'd be better to go up with setup 1. I feel like it might be better for setup 1 with the peach and peach corn. Or, you know, setup 2 if you want to maybe try to really increase your chances for a trophy. But honestly, during the active carp fishing spot, this did not do that bad. I was amazed at the reasonable bite rate this had. But if you want to play it on the safe side, still have a good chance at trophy, but also maybe not suffer quite as much with low bite rate, I think this setup is the way to go. 3 of these, that's what I would lean towards. And there may be better ways to do this PVA. I didn't take the time to look up to see what was working for folks. I just went with what I thought would work. I think it's been okay, but there might be better. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up though. Again, 4450, 21 clip. Really just casting like right there, maybe slightly left some. Kind of want to just aim just north of the numbers, I think. Just past that, you know, you're kind of landing out there just past that moss, I believe is where you're kind of hitting right past the green areas. Do we think there's a fish on? Yeah. One last fish to grow on. One more little grass carp. So we're starting to see more. I thought we would just have like tons more grass carp, like percentage wise, of the fish that we've caught. But the mirrors are so strong that they've kind of overwhelmed it, which has been good. It's been cool. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know how your fishing's been. Anxious to hear how folks are doing and what you're finding is working well these days. I am tempted, if the night allows it, to maybe, we're getting one more on the corn, so maybe we'll see that. I am tempted to maybe try to get an hour in of trying out the carp and the pike at Old Berg. We'll see what else I get up to tonight, though, and see if that actually happens. If I can get a stream in either tomorrow or Saturday, maybe that can be one of the places we sit and fish a bit during the stream. All right, it's just another little mirror carp. All right, cool. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being patient. I will see you very soon. Tight lines.